There are only 2 more days left of early voting, but they are typically the heaviest days for turnout. And then, of course, we have Election Day. So with time dwindling down, we're going to talk to the county judge candidates over the next 2 days. And first off, we're going to talk to the Republican candidate, Trish DeBerry, who, like I said, did I mention that time is running down before Election Day? She's actually out at Grady's Barbecue, where they are holding campaign events, waving signs along Bandera Road. And Trish, thank you for joining us. Right off the top, there are people at home right now who have not voted yet, who maybe haven't made up their mind who they're going to vote for county judge. Your message to them.
Clearly, we have been at polling sites all across Bexar County, and for the better part of 7 months. You know, we've been at the doorstep, we've been in neighborhood associations, we've been in church services. The mantra for the campaign has been being present and being relevant. And I think that's the most important phase of the conversations that we've had with people. As we look at who is voting, Republican turnout is very, very strong. We have a historic number of independents who have turned out to vote in this election. And, you know, as I talk to people along the, the campaign trail, and especially now as we look, interest rates just went up one more time today. Inflation is a big, big deal to people. I talked to a gentleman at the grocery store yesterday who was like, can you believe the price of cat food? He's a custodian over in the Northeast Independent School District. And he said, unfortunately, I don't have any other choice. I mean, I got to dig into my pocket to be able to pay for this. So he just shook his head and he said, look, we need different administration. We need different people in office. We need people to care about pocketbook issues, which, has been very, very difficult for people.
So for you, what would be priority number one if elected? The challenge that you think is facing the county in the biggest way right now that you'd want to tackle immediately in office?
Well, we have to continue to focus on property taxes. We cannot tax people out of their homes at the rate that we're doing right now. Look, economic development is really important for San Antonio and Bexar County, and we look at 2050. We look at potential for 6 million people to be in this county. We've got to make sure that, like I said, we look at appraisal reform. We got to go to the state. By the way, whoever takes over this seat, 2 weeks after we get into office, there is a legislative session. I can guarantee you I will be up in Austin. I will be in those hallways and I will be talking to state leadership about what we are doing to make a dent in property taxes, true appraisal relief. Because I think the misnomer is, look, we've done all we can at the county level. I'm very proud of the fact that I lowered the property tax rate as the county commissioner to the lowest it's been in 25 years. Teed up a homestead exemption, not only with the county, but with the Bexar County Hospital District. But we have got to fight the good fight at the Texas legislature. That is where it begins. I've already had those conversations, but people want tax relief, especially in a time where inflation is out of control.
I moderated one of the one of the forums between you and Judge Sakai. I wish it would have been a debate on KSAP, but that's another story. But one of the major issues between you two, there are many, but is the county jail. Should we build a new county jail somewhere other than where it is right now? Talk a little bit about why you think that's a good idea.
First and foremost, I think it's a really good idea because as we look at generational poverty, the poorest zip code that we have here today in Bexar County is 78207. It has been there and has been in that state since the 1980s. And guess where it is? It's right located behind the Bexar County Jail. So as we look at the opportunity for not only revised and rejuvenated economic development, if the barrier to the west side, which is the Bexar County Jail, was not there, what could we achieve? We could bridge the wage gap for people. We could pull people out of poverty. We could inspire economic development on the west side in a way that has never been achieved before. Because quite honestly, the west side of San Antonio has been forgotten. It has been dumped upon, not only because of where the Bexar County Jail is located, and there's great work that's being done at Haven for Hope, but Haven for Hope and the homeless population in that area is a double whammy to folks that are living on the west side. And so how we approach that conversation regarding moving the jail, because it's also about humanitarian conditions within that jail that still don't exist today, and the opportunity for a conversation, a cost-benefit analysis, a return on investment, associated economic development, long-term forecasting. We at least, look, I'm not going to say no. we have to explore the conversation, just like we have to explore the conversation perhaps for a downtown baseball stadium, which, by the way, may be on the near west side. Imagine what can happen. And it's not just about the west side. I am representing the entire county, but my feeling is a rising tide floats all boats. And if we can improve things on the near west side and the deep west side, it can only be beneficial to the entire county.
Glad you mentioned the idea of a downtown baseball stadium. We spent a lot of time in this very segment yesterday talking with the mayor about that idea. Do you think that's a good one? You think that a baseball stadium should be located in downtown San Antonio?
Look, at the very least, we have to explore the opportunity for economic development, the possibilities that exist there. It is not necessarily priority one. When I come into the office, like I said, we've got to rein in spending. We got to lock down the nuts and bolts associated with the county in a near $3 billion budget. We've got to make sure that we're focused on small businesses and pulling people out of a post-COVID environment, which is hamstringing small businesses, which, by the way, 85% of this economy is built on the backs of small businesses. When you look at what COVID did to them and the way that we appropriate money and what we're spending money on, we've got to be laser focused on small businesses. But when you look at the opportunity for economic development, the answer is not no. The answer is we need to explore the opportunity. We need to take a look at it and see if it makes sense. But what I will tell you is it is not going to be built on the backs of taxpayers.
Is there anything that we need to look at election night when the first numbers come out that you'll be looking for that say, okay, we're going to win this?
Well, I think as we look at turnout, which has been very, very robust. I mean, look, turnout regarding the voting and the polling locations, Precinct 3, which is the precinct that I represented as a county commissioner, turnout there is beating precincts 1 and 2 combined. Typically, that is a heavy Republican turnout area. When you look at that, combined with the fact when I talked about, independents are almost outpacing Democrats regarding turnout, and based upon trending, the independents are leaning more Republican. So I think we're going to look at a tight race coming out of early voting, but we also know the Republicans love. It's a scary, scary case for a candidate, love to turn out on election day. So if we have a very tight race on early voting that comes out, you can bet that on election day, we're going to carry this election with Republicans in 2022 on election day in November 8th. So that is what we will be looking for on Tuesday.
All right, Trish DeBerry, Republican candidate for Bexar County Judge. Thanks for sharing some time with us here this evening. Hope you get a chance to enjoy some barbecue while you're out there at Grady's.
Hey, come on to Grady's. A prime example of a great small business, a locally owned business here in San Antonio with great brisket.
And also make sure you get out and vote if you haven't done so already. We'll be talking to you on Tuesday, Trish. Thank you.